upper middle class white collar jobs paying $60, $80, $100,000 a year that are just left open and unfilled. But it is a problem. It's a structural problem that our economy and our society are not producing these types of workers. I think one of the ways that companies are compensating increasingly is with machine learning and artificial intelligence, mostly machine learning, as a way to do more with less. So do more automation in terms of taking in some of the data feeds, making sense of them, and then handing up issues to human operators to respond to and act in a way that only humans can at this point. So you've seen a huge investment and interest in automation of security tasks, relying heavily on machine learning.
Can you give me any examples that you've seen, or maybe the spaces where machine learning is most effective first in security?
I mean, really everywhere. I mean, where you're seeing a lot of it is even in the endpoint protection space. Companies are trying to switch from basically doing signature-based detection of malware to doing detection not of specific files or specific threats, but just of bad stuff, the kind of fraud detection that banks and credit card companies have long done to spot unusual behavior in a credit card account. So companies are now looking to do that, but really at the level of an individual employee. So what's unusual for Paul Roberts in his role in this company, and can we use machine learning to try and both study Paul, develop a profile of Paul, and then identify when Paul is acting unusual in a way that may indicate some kind of account compromise, account takeover, or something like that. That's one way. Obviously,
and that bleeds more into the artificial intelligence side, yes?
No, I think that's machine learning. I mean, artificial intelligence is slightly different. You're not necessarily talking about it taking actions based on that, which is maybe getting more into AI, but simply being able to spot complex patterns that humans can't spot. The other way would be in the security information management, so for security operations centers, SOCs and so on, using machine learning to really, replace what the low-level SOC analysts used to do, going through huge volumes of logs and error messages and events and finding connections between them and sort of packaging those together in a way that you can pass to a human operator and say, this is something unusual that you need to look into, and here are the various, branches of this incident, rather than saying, oh, well, here's an alert that may be meaningful, but we can't see what else it relates to. That's another way that machine learning is being used.